it again. It says excellent. Um, should have just come up.
There you go. You fixed it.
Jesus Christ, David, good call. I wonder what happened. I don't know if that was. It had to be OBS taking a crap.
Fucking you using a free one.
Yep.
That'll be fucking one. No wonder it took a shit. Not saying premium's no better, but fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think they make a premium of OBS. What's up, Eugene? Can you hear us? All right.
Yeah, they can hear us.
Right.
Got a
Can
shit
they,
rolling
mate? Can
myself.
they?
Right then, well, I'm going to leave you to it, and for everyone watching, God save the Queen. She's fucking
God
dead, but the
save the
Queen
Queen,
stands.
David. Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Good thing David popped in, bro. David came in and was just like, he's like, "Damn, your stream shut down." I was still talking and everything. I'm like, "What? What do you mean my stream shut down?" And I look down and the chat's still rocking and rolling. I'm like, "Yo, the chat is still rocking and rolling." And then I look at the video and it's like, "Yeah, watch this video next." I was like, "Ooh, did I say something YouTube didn't like finally?" Where they were like, "Hey, let's boot this son of a bitch off or what?" Damn it, we lost Ian, we lost Medi, we lost like SE, like hopefully the new one posted out. Like I hit it for take two. Yeah, found the new chat. Yeah, that's just it. I had to like David Mon jumped into because he's my moderator on Discord. Discord ever makes me any kind of money, David gets paid. If not, well, sorry, David. But David jumped into the Discord and he's like, "Hey, geezer, you're talking to yourself." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you're 100% talking to yourself right now because your stream shut down." I'm like, really? Really? Well, that's interesting now, isn't it? Like, I wasn't even talking about, like, extra woo woo stuff or things that could get me banned on YouTube. They're booting me out, and I'm like, damn, I lost Medi. Discord don't make money, you. Yeah. Rip me off. Shit's crazy. David, we'll figure out a way to make that shit make money somehow. I don't know. Maybe you can sell some foot picks on there. You know, help a poor British lad out. Buy his foot picks. It's something. Okay, good to see you back to SE. I was like, damn, we lost SE. We lost Maddie. Holy Skunk's here now. That's awesome. Okay, Ian's back. Eugene's back. David's back. Dear Lord. Yeah, that was weird. Out of nowhere, like the stream still said it had excellent connection. Like OBS said it had excellent connection. YouTube still said I was connected right up until I went back into it and double checked, and then it was like stream is ended, dismiss, and I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Like, what's the deal with that? I wasn't even like, I didn't say anything like naughty about the Kanye West people or anything. They just came right from my. That was Google AI got sick of listening to me, right? Like YouTube AI just got tired of hearing my mouth, and they're like, "Oh, we're shutting this dude down." like, Like I'm tired of watching his stream. Let's watch something else. And YouTube AI was just like, yeah, the hell with this dude, and just shut me down. That's what happened. I haven't had rain in like 4 days. Matter of fact, I was able to go out, trim up pretty much everything except for the hedges, including a tree, and the lawn, all that stuff the other day. Like no rain at all right now. Some key clicks. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, the first thing I did was rename the stream over to Take Two so that this way it gives it a different label going into it, because otherwise if I keep the label the same, it won't just continue the stream. It'll it'll hide it behind the other video. So you have to like rename the second one to something else. Eugene's comments are getting blocked. Well, yeah, you live out in Utah though. Doesn't rain all that much there, does it? I'm in like Hurricane Alley. I usually, hell, it rained for like, I swear, like a month and a half straight there. It felt like it was definitely crazy rain I was seeing down here. Like I lost power a couple times. Internet goes in and out here and there. God damn it! I need to take a tinkle break. I need to go back through that damn portal again. I just got here too. Gotta go back through the portal, go pee real quick, and come right back. Hopefully the stream won't shut down again. Oh shit! Went in the woods looking for one of you, and you come up and find me? How nice of you, Bear. I just need your trophy for something. And I'm gonna make armor out of you too, eventually. Bear hide, bear paw, bear meat, bear hide again, bear paw again. More bear meat? Yeah. Damn it. Carmelo Anthony case. Wait, hold on a second. I will talk about that at the moment I get back, Maddie. Alrighty then. Uh, I didn't hear about the fraud stuff. Yeah, I'm with SE on that one. I didn't hear that the parents were getting charged with fraud for GoFundMe. As far as what happened, nice. So, yeah, ABL thinks that basically took Carmelo Anthony's side in that. That was his bad take on that case. For me, I said more than likely what has happened here is it was a kid who was walking around, I'm tough, I'm hood tough, I'm, this, that, and the other thing, and I have to prove it and all this kind of stuff. Somebody finally said, yeah, I'm not scared of you, go fuck yourself. And he basically didn't really want to stab anybody, but he had to prove that he was down and he was tough and everything else, and he pulled out that knife and killed that kid. And he deserves to go to jail for a very, very long time for murder. And yeah, that's kind of where I stood on it. ABL's take was pretty much the opposite of all that. That well, maybe they were bullying him and all this other kind of shit. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't think so. It was clear, like he just had to prove that he was hard, he was tough, he was all that kind of stuff. Somebody finally tested him on it, and so he couldn't be made out to be a bitch basically after all the shit he talked. So he pulled out a knife and did something about it. But yeah, it's sad. The whole fucking thing is sad. I agree with you, SE. Like it didn't just take somebody's life. It also destroyed that kid's family's life. It destroyed Carmelo Anthony's family's life more than likely. He's going to lose his life in jail. Like he's going to lose a chunk of his life going to jail in my opinion. I don't think they're going to let him out. I don't think he walks free. I think he goes to jail for a long time. And as a matter of fact, anybody that's seen the actual video or whatever said, yeah, like it just looks like he pulled out a knife and stabbed somebody. He didn't, like, there was no fighting, no five guys like beating the shit out of him. He pulled out a knife to defend himself. And yeah, yeah, that's where it's at. Yeah, you're, and Medi, that was another hot take right there. The only difference was when it came to that chick, he apologized for it too. He was like, yeah, I got this one real wrong and all that. But he pulled that shit when it came to Carmela Anthony the same way. Like, oh, well, you don't know. Maybe they were always bullying that kid. Maybe, no. No, I've seen plenty of this shit over the course of my life where he just didn't. I know punk bitch. I know punk bitch. And fucking, like, somebody called him on that. Like, oh, yeah, I kicked the shit out of anybody, everything else. Oh, shit, white boy's bigger than me. He's going to stomp my ass. And he pulled out the knife and had to just make sure he didn't get turned into a bitch. Now he's going to become somebody's like gym sock. Like they're going to tear that poor boy's butthole right out of him because he's going to a very bad place and it's a Texas jail. It's going to be really ugly. Yeah, the press conference was bad, and then finding out that the guy that was up there with him was like he wasn't even. Well, I don't know if he's really a lawyer, but he's definitely a criminal, and he's I mean, most lawyers are criminals, but like this guy's an actual like did time criminal, and all that kind of stuff came out. But I didn't hear about any kind of GoFundMe fraud. They accused the family of GoFundMe fraud at one point, or that was kind of a story. But following into it, I didn't see them actually get charged. I know that the guy who got killed, his girlfriend had come out and said something to that extent about shit. She had said something about, like there was fraud or whatever, and they're using the money for this, which is why they upped the ante on it. He had to go in and plead for like court awarded defense, but ABL will not talk about it anymore. Not on his shows anyway that I've seen, because he got roasted. Like, if you want to see how bad the takes were, you can go on his Twitter and read them, because he put all that shit on Twitter and was arguing with people, and people were calling him all kinds of like. And now, granted, he's allowed to have whatever take he wants, and people are okay disagreeing with him. But some of the names they were calling ABL, in my opinion, was way over the top. Like, you didn't need to go there with it, man. But yeah, there were people that were pointing out, like you just did, about the chick and how he had to take on, oh, this poor woman was kidnapped. And you're right, you were one of the ones that were like, yeah, this story is complete bullshit. She kidnapped herself. Like, she wasn't kidnapped. That's just total bullshit. I don't know, Eugene. I don't know if you'll eat crow, or like I said, he did with the chick, but like Maddie said, that's when it was proven that that she had like faked the kidnapping and all that. I don't know though. I don't know what's going to happen with it, to be honest with you. I don't know what his take, like, I don't know if he's going to come out and admit it. Like, look, he's got to do him, and agree with it, disagree with it, whatever. It's not the way I handle things. When I have a fucked up take, or I feel like, so like I know Medi hasn't been around for a minute, but I actually did a stream, Medi, when Trump bombed Iran, um, and almost everybody watched it. And this was just me looking at the chessboard of how everything moves, or looked like it was moving to me. Trump took the off ramp immediately when it was given to him. Yeah, okay, well, they're not retaliating. We're not going to fire any more in there. Good on Trump for that. I still don't like the fact he went and bombed Iran. I don't like that shit at all. That could have kicked off to a major conflict. However, at the time when he first hit it, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And did a live stream and kind of went off about it. And I saw the chat. I was like, now you got Russia, China, all these different places all aligning, and that it'll be basically like you're leading us into another world war if this kicks off. My next stream, because I streamed the next day when he took the off ramp, was I owe everyone an apology, because I don't want it to be like I'm fear mongering, or telling you guys like Tim Pool does with Civil War all the time, or any of this kind of shit. I don't want it. I don't want to be the person that's making everybody like, oh, it's rage clickbait bullshit. Like, I always hated that. And I didn't want to be the guy to do that. So I had to apologize. I was like, look, I looked at it this way. Trump did the right thing. I have to apologize. And did. But I don't know if ABL will do that kind of stream either. Like, I don't know if he'll come out and apologize because he's going to be wrong. Like, I don't see them not finding that kid or finding that kid not guilty. I can't see how they come up with a not guilty verdict off of everything that's transpired with it. So, so it's not, well, there are ways you can get away with it, but I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off. I just, like, for me, the big thing is this: you have what's known as escalating force, right? This is, and I'm not a lawyer, not a law expert, but I do watch a lot of them, specifically like defense attorneys. So I used to watch Ricada Law, which was pretty good. Like, he was pretty accurate in his takes, but there was one guy, and potentially criminal is the name of the channel. Shout out to him. He's a little fat, short dude named Sean, but he does like all kinds of defense work, and he flat out explained to everybody when that case happened, or like when the whole stabbing happened, about escalating force. What that is somebody pushes you, right? Like, say I come up and push you, you turn around and punch me. It's escalating force, but it's also justifiable because yes, you escalated in violence, but it's what a reasonable person would do in that situation. So if I came up and pushed you and you punched me in the face, okay. If I come up and push you on your shoulder and you turn around and stab me in the heart with a knife, that goes beyond escalating force. You have gone beyond what a reasonable person would do in your situation. If there were 10 people jumping you and beating the shit out of you, oh, and you grab that knife, that would be a different story. Then you're in fear for your life. It's pretty much self defense. He went beyond the scope of reasonable escalating force. And that's why he's going to get found guilty of murder. And even if it's not murder, then it's manslaughter. Oh, I killed him by accident. Like, I only meant to stab him in the shoulder, and I hit him in the chest and it killed him. Well, okay, that's involuntary manslaughter then, right? Or, but you were still aiming to stab him. Yes. Well, then it's manslaughter, right? Any which way you look at it, it's jail time. There's one that you're not wrong, Ian. That's one dude I don't like at all when it comes to like conservative shit. And like, I think it's just his personality or something, or the way he comes across to me is like a complete prick. And there's been people who are like, oh, he's not that bad and all that. I don't know. It's just me. I do not like the guy, but it is Sean Hannity. Like, I don't know what it is. There's something about him I just like my brain, whenever I listen to him, just immediately goes to this guy is a jerk off. I don't know why I know he's a jerk off, but he's a jerk off. Like, he could be right 1,000% of the time, my brain still goes to, wow, what a jerk off immediately whenever Sean Hannity starts talking. And I don't know why, but yeah. I know people that love watching him too. Why won't YouTube let you post, Eugene? Think Sheree's either asleep at the keys or gone to sleep for the night. Shout out to her. Um, and of course, now I got to also say shout out to Stranded because Stranded is going to be like, what the fuck, Gam? Why is there two streams? She's not going to understand what happened. Sorry, Stranded. You got two different ones to watch now. Yeah, Trump. Wait, hold on. Trump. Oh, you mean Trump attacked Iran? Is that what you mean, Mehdi? He didn't. He didn't attack Israel. He attacked Iran. I think that's what you meant. Um, yeah, I mean that's just it. Not everything. I try to call it up the fucking middle. I'm not left right. I'm just average Joe Schmuckatelli right in the middle of stuff. I see all of them as horns on the same goat. Some stuff they do, both sides. There's some stuff they do. All right, I understand. I dig it. Like it's good stuff. Then there's other stuff both sides do that I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, they both do kind of fucked up shit. Like, there's certain things, like like everybody, it's one of those things where the semantic games are what piss me off too at this point with the Trump administration, specifically when it comes to shit like the Epstein files. You have Pam Bondi go on TV and say the files are on my, or yeah, I got that on my desk. They're on my desk right now. I got to look through them, and it's like, oh shit, she's got the files, and then finding out like, oh no, there's nothing to see here, folks. Yeah, no, there's shit to see there. You just don't want to tell us what that shit is because it's going to be bad for everyone involved. And oh, look at this. It includes not just Democrats like you wanted. It includes a lot of fucking Republicans too. They were just as fucking greasy, but you don't want that to come out. Oh, they're major donors to the campaign. You don't say. Like, come on, we're not dumb. The American people are not stupid. Like maybe some of them are completely retarded, yes, but as a majority of them are intelligent enough to know that you are insulting our intelligence with this bullshit. Yeah, you know what? That's just it, Maddie. I just thought, you're entitled to your opinion. If I'm being honest, I wasn't paying super serious attention to it. But as time went on and I started to pay attention to it, I was like, holy fuck. This is like, you're not being anti. Look, the people of Israel, God bless them, their God bless them or whatever, and may everything work out for them. Right? Carry on, have your state and all that. Netanyahu and his cabinet members need to go to jail. Like they just need to go to fuck to jail because they did some evil. There's evil shit afoot. It is obvious to anybody who's watching it objectively. If you're watching it objectively, it's fucked. Like, okay, you had October 7th, which is your 9/11, which, well, shit. Happy 9/11, I guess, guys, because it is 9/11. But, October 7th's their 9/11. I get it. You're pissed. You want to attack. You're fucking starving children now. You're starving people to death. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's like, that's some shit that the Third Reich did back in World War II. Like, what are you fucking doing? And then you're attacking everybody. Like, I mean, I think they bombed 6 or 7 countries since the beginning of this year. Who have they bombed? They bombed Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, Iran, Qatar now, Gaza, of course, and I swear there's another country in there somewhere that they bombed. Like, what are you fuckers doing? Like, have you lost your fucking minds? Because eventually people are going to get tired of your shit, and then they're all going to team up, and those civilians, the people that are not in charge, the people that have done nothing wrong, are going to pay with their lives for it, and that's fucked up. Well, that's just it. Um, so you said the one chick that went through it that offed herself, Virginia Guffrey is her name. I think that's who you're talking about with that one. Well, that was just Prince Andrew, right? That was her thing. They did a whole thing where Congress sat down. I don't know if it was the oversight committee, whatever committee it was, sat down with a bunch of the victims from Epstein Island, and they gave their testimony to him. Nancy Mace walked out of that meeting crying. Um, Anna Paulina Luna was like, "Yo, we need a full investigation." And they held a whole press conference about it, and like one of the women was up there speaking. She said, "I think we need to come up with our own Epstein list. We can tell you who came in, who used us in inappropriate ways and did this while we were underage, like the whole 9 yards." They're like, "We have the names. We should come up with our own list." I want them to come up with their own list. I want them to come out and say, "Yeah, this person, that person, the other person," and just expose the shit out of people. I think that would be, honestly, I'll believe those victims. Like, and people, the best part would be if they came out with people that didn't do anything, and then the government said, "No, no, no, that person didn't do anything." Well, how do you know? Because our list doesn't have that person on here. Like, oh, your list. I thought there was no list. Just like really fuck them. Just really, really like catch them off guard and screw them. Because I want people to. I want the people that were involved in Epstein's Island, like the people who actually did the abuse and all that kind of shit. And I don't mean the ones that might have been tricked into it. I mean the ones that were there like frequent flyer miles on his Lolita Express. I want those people to see the inside of a jail cell. I want them to have to pay out a chunk of their fortunes to these victims. Yep, like the Clintons. And yeah, that is, so that's one of my big things with it too. Like I said, I don't hate the people of Israel. I want Israel to be its own thing. I want them to live in peace, enjoy life. I don't want to see them get hit like they got hit um, on October 7th. I don't want to see them people die like that. I want no war, like at all. I want an end to war. I also like don't understand, like you're saying. I don't understand why why is it we bend the knee to them all the time? Like why is it we we absolutely bend the knee? I don't get this. Like it's like, well, does Israel have a right to exist? Of course they fucking do. Why do they need my money to exist? If they're such a strong and powerful country and can fight all these wars, why do they need our weapons and $38 billion to from the U.S.? Shouldn't they be able to handle all that shit on their own too? Why are we subsidizing it? That's the part I don't get. It's not our place to do that shit. Like it shouldn't be our place to do that for anybody. We've got problems here. You know, that $38 billion solve homelessness. Like solve a whole bunch of different fucking problems. How about making sure no kids ever go hungry? Like let's work on that one. Let's work on where little kids never have to like starve in our country. How about we work on that? I mean that just sounds like something we should probably be doing naturally to me. Instead, like you're hung up on this bullshit. Like why? Okay, let's see. We got Paws of the Bear. I think that's what I needed. Okay. What else do we have for bear? I think that's got everything. Yeah, CEOs need private jets and yachts. No, right to exist as in, I don't know who says this. I don't know anybody who says this, but right to exist, like, does does an all Jewish state have the right to exist? Of course it does. Who cares? Like, if you wanted to do, well, I mean, you've got Puerto Rico. I'm pretty sure that's all Puerto Ricans for the most part, right? Like, that's kind of what we're saying here. Like, or Russia. Like, it's all full of Russians. Go figure that one. Oh. Or the UK should be all, well, now it's mainly Pakistanis, but it should be full of Brits, right? Like, they have a right to exist. But yeah, it's just the problem is what they do is they try to lead you into this trap where it's like, oh, you think that you're against all Jews because you don't like Israel. No, I have no problem with Jewish people, but I criticize the shit out of my government for the bullshit it does. I think a lot of us do. So you think I'm not going to criticize a foreign government for the bullshit it does? Criticize China all the time, Russia all the time. I criticize all kinds of different places all the fucking time for the bullshit they pull. Like, what makes you so special that I can't You're without criticism? You're perfect? You can go fuck yourself. You got all kinds of shit fucked up over there. Not like we're perfect either, but you guys are pretty fucked up. And our government's done some horrific shit too. What, you think we're special or something? We're not. We're not above it. We're definitely assholes too. Just we're just not actively starving children at the moment. That's all. Like I don't I don't know. Maybe I'm just a crazy asshole who's talking shit on the internet. That's all. I mean, or is it in addition to? I'm not sure yet. Shit, I'm gonna have to go out and hunt a serpent for the scale. God damn it. Means I'm gonna have to drag this thing to fucking land. I just need to get this shit off me first. What else did I need? I needed to get the serpent, which means taking a boat out. Shit, where the fuck is the boat? Oh man, I have no idea where the fuck boat even is. There's some place in here where I did a crossing. It's here. Like their base one boss. Huh. I'm gonna have to build a new boat. Actually, I think I got one in the box here. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta stop going off about that shit. We're on the gaming stream. It's supposed to be a fun time. I don't want to be whining. I don't want to sound like a whiny bitch. I know whiny bitch. See, Medi? Like, here's the thing. How does it feel to be in a chat where you can actually say all that and I'm not going to censor you? You have your opinion, you're entitled to it. And I just respect it. I mean, look, they're not going to riot or loot, but don't be shocked if a couple people get the shit beat out of them here and there. That's definitely a possibility. No, I mean, I'm just calling it like I see it. Like, it's an opinion. I'm entitled to it, just like everybody in the chat is. I also don't think there should be violence against Jewish people for what Israel's doing either. Like, that's kind of my whole damn thing is I don't want to see anybody getting fucked up. Like, I don't want to see anybody getting their ass kicked for something they have no control over. Can't control your government. Like, we can't control the U.S. government. Oh, Americans, did this, that, and the other. Well, not this American. We just elected somebody that I might not even have voted for. So what are we talking about? I mean, Eugene might have done it. You never know with Eugene. He gets a little crazy at times. He can be downright mean. Like, I mean, rumor had it that he took a pitching machine that they use in baseball, loaded it with golf balls, bent a man over one time, handcuffed him to a stump, and just held his cheeks open while the golf balls were fired into his butthole. I heard this, but I can't confirm it. Yeah, the Iranian government is, like I said, no government. Every government is has criticism to it for the shit they pull. But yeah, and that's just it. I I won't silence somebody's point of view as far as that stuff goes. I I have I can't. I can't. It I don't think I don't think people out there protesting is going to do shit. If I'm being honest, I think the only thing that can happen, and the reality of it is, if we're going to call it like it is, it's Netanyahu. He needs to start wars in different places because it keeps him in power, because they won't have an election as long as there's some ongoing conflict. He knows the the moment that any of this shit ends, that basically they are going to nail him with corruption charges. He is not only never going to see power, he's probably going to go to jail because he has done some shit. Like, he was taking bribes behind the scenes. There's other prime ministers that have gone to jail for this very thing. And there is an entire documentary, and I've told everybody you can go watch it anytime you want. It is called The BB Files. It is on YouTube. It is free. I definitely recommend, if you want to know why Bibi Netanyahu keeps war going, to watch that documentary, and it pretty much explains everything. It explains like the corruption he's facing, the charges. They show shit from the interrogation when they went in there. Damn, I need a stamp booster. I'm out of vulture eggs, fuckers. Um, but yeah, I highly recommend that because it breaks it down. It goes right up to October 7th, the whole 9 yards. It shows different things from inside his government and the people that are there and all that kind of stuff. But it's worth watching. Wait, what was that? 80 stam. Oh, salad. Onion, Jotun puffs, and cloudberries. Jotun puffs, onion, Jotun puff, cloudberry. Oh, oopsie. I don't know why I got a cooked salad, but alright, whatever. 6! Yeah, I absolutely watched the BB Files. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like I said, because what put me onto watching the BB Files was they took it off of, I want to say it was Hulu. Like, I saw it come up on, and I really do think it was Hulu. It might have been something else. It's definitely a streaming service. And I want to say Hulu had it. And next thing you know, I went to go watch it and it was gone. And I did a search for what happened to the BB Files, and then it came to some dude's YouTube video, and he was talking about it, and he was just like, "Yeah, the BB Files is completely banned, completely taken down, the whole 9 yards, and it's bullshit, and this is what they're covering up, and all that." And I was like, he's like, "You can find it; it's out there on the internet." And then I just did a YouTube search real quick on BB Files, and it came like right up. Somebody had ripped it, and nobody copyright claimed it, which tells me that whoever did the documentary, whoever produced it, whatever, really wants that information out. So I was like, oh, now I'm seriously curious in seeing what the fuck is going on with this. and watched it, and yeah, it pissed me off. I wasn't, I was none too happy about it when I watched it. I was like, wow, this is eye opening. His little fucking boglin wife. Like, that was the craziest part. I was like, his wife looks like a boglin. Like, I don't even know if you guys remember that toy. But she looks just like a fucking boglin. And then I noticed because he went to the White House. That was not long after I had watched it. BB went to the White House, and it was when he told Trump, "I'm nominating you for the Nobel Peace Prize or whatever." And I looked, and his little boglin wife was there with him, and I was like, "Oh my God, they weren't lying! Like, she goes to everything with him." That ugly little boglin freak. She is a very ugly woman. Yeah, people. His son, yeah, and his son's like it. Yeah, the whole damn thing is just very very fucking telling, and it's a shame because, like I said, I get it, and I get it from every different damn angle, but watching just objectively what they're doing to human beings and hearing the stories and stuff, like, man, I can't support that shit. Like, this is some ridiculous shit. Reminds me of like somebody who's been, when you hear the stories of somebody who's been like sexually abused as a kid, and then they go on to diddle other kids. That's what this shit reminds me of. I don't know if she's the mastermind. I mean, she looks more like an Igor than a Dr. Frankenstein, if I'm being honest. She is definitely a very ugly woman. Eugene, you getting some sleep, buddy? Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming back for the second stream. Well, the second half of the first part. The first act of the second part. I don't know how the hell you classify this. Wasn't my doing. I didn't crap out the stream. It just did that on its own. But yeah, I mean, it's funny, you know, because I wondered why you stopped hanging out watching ABL and all that stuff. And when you said that, Medi, it kind of makes sense. I was just like, oh shit. Like, yeah, that's right. That did happen. Just like GAM's father figure. Fucking David. Well, now, David, that's not very polite, even though I just replied. And the whole thing is, I know your British pride made you stick around just to hear what I was going to say when you left. Right. Fucking David. there's nothing we can like. I don't. There's a lot of shit I don't get, but the big key is how do we fix it? That's the thing. We all can identify like all these different problems and shit like that, but how do we fix them? Because it's got to be something that who do we put in the government that can fix a bunch of the problems? The best choice this time around was Trump, right? To try and fix things. Who is it next time? Who's the guy for next time? Who's the one that can take the ball and run with it? Like like who can we not even just turn to? Who's going to be in the right mindset? You can't go to libertarians. They're too wishy-washy on damn near everything, right? Like they really are. Just you want to talk about somebody who won't be able to make a choice because they'll be afraid of making the wrong one? Go to a libertarian. Abolish the government? Can't really do that. Like, who fixes it? What person can fix it? Mm, no, that's not that. You and Danny Boss got in an argument over something completely different. There's the serpent I was looking for. Slow down, let him catch up, I think. Unless that's the second one out there. No. You and Danny Boss got into it because Danny Boss is British. His country has been overrun by Pakistanis. So he's pissed off and with good reason about Muslims. And he said they were all evil. Or maybe that was Beans he got in an argument with over that. But it was something to that extent. I know Beans took exception with it, which, shout out to her. I understood when she took exception to it, like why she was taking exception to it too. She's like, not all of them are evil and all that. And that's honestly the beginning of GAM saying, look, never say all. It's never all. Because it really is never all. Come on, Sea Serpent, I need you up here so that you start getting shot up by stuff. Come on, guys, kill this son of a bitch. Hurry up before he breaks the harpoon. There he goes. Now I can... There we go. Serpent scale shield. There's the trophy. There's the Fins of Destiny. Nice. Alright, I can sail back home. That's all I wanted. Just wanted that. I think that gives me, yeah, Danny, I understand. Danny is very angry. I mean, and I don't blame him. His country, his culture is being slowly wiped out, you know? He's become a lot more tolerant. You say SE Tommy is one of the very few that doesn't take payoffs. That's correct. Thomas Massey is one of the very few that doesn't take payoffs, none of that stuff. Is about smaller government and everything. Yeah, yeah. Thomas Massey, you can call a rhino and use it in the proper terms. It started over the October 7th thing and him supporting Israel killing Muslims. I mean, that would make sense. Like I said, I know he was angry about. I get why he's angry. I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying I get it. I get what has him angered. I get what has him upset. But Bina and him have gotten into it too over that kind of shit because he kept saying all, and that was actually because he kept saying all. That was the birth of me explaining. Look, he can't say all. Like it's never all. Yeah, I mean, look, each person's. I'm gonna say it again. Everybody can say their opinion and have their piece and all that kind of stuff, wrong or right. Um, the only opinion that you're going to get a huge fight on me one way or another is legitimately, diddling kids is okay. Like, or brutally punishing animals for no reason, not eating them, and like I wanted it for food and all this kind of stuff, and I'm just brutally treating animals a certain way, like brutalizing an animal. That doesn't fly with me. Like kids and animals, that's my thing. You know. Yeah, exactly, Essie. It's never all, or else that is an incorrect statement. I mean, there are certain cases where all works, but usually when it comes to human beings, not always. Like, if you say all people have DNA, you'd be correct. Like, you can get away with an all statement there, but all of, name them. All Jewish people feel this way and justify what's going on in Gaza. That's an incorrect statement. Not all of them do. Matter of fact, there's plenty of them that have been arrested and go to jail on a pretty regular basis because they go out and protest against the government. So it's not all Jewish people or not all Israelis, even. That would be an incorrect statement. A lot of people over there are not happy with what's going on. They're like American citizens. We're powerless with a lot of shit that our government does, and they're in the same boat. But yeah, and Ian, I'm sure you and Ian agree. Well, I mean, I think that's something just as human beings we can all agree on. Like as as decent people, don't hurt kids. You know, don't hurt animals. In my opinion, don't beat women. You know, other women can beat up other women, but as a dude, you shouldn't be beating the hell out of a woman. Um, like, well, depends on a leftist version of a woman. I guess some of them you can beat up. Like that's fine because they have penises too. But you know, as a general rule, I don't beat up women. Oh yeah, and yeah, women shouldn't be beating men. I mean, unless you're into that type of stuff. Like I remember back in the day, I watched this one video, and this chick was wearing high heels and stepping on a very sensitive area, and the guy enjoyed it. And I still don't understand that video. We thought it was hilarious though. But yeah, there's certain things that happen that there's serious repercussions, and I have that feeling that what happened, yeah, now yesterday, but with Charlie Kirk, I think there's going to be some repercussions to it, and I, if I'm being quite honest, I hope that shit gets condemned immediately by everybody, because if not, it's going to escalate and it's going to get worse and worse. Yeah, like honestly, that's the other thing. Even though this shit happened with Charlie Kirk, I think if Charlie Kirk had lived, I have this very odd feeling that he would be telling everybody, I don't want to see retaliation, all this kind of stuff. I he was always like, especially his faith and everything else, and he was, from everything I had seen, he was very religious. I don't think he would want to see violence. Like he wasn't about that. That's why he was always having conversations. Like I never saw him say, "We need to fight back," beat the shit out of people or anything. I never saw him say anything like that. I mean, the spine, I don't know. That's just it. Everything's we've done it to ourselves where we have no privacy. Like the moment we started posting stuff, people, well, I can't even say we because I never did it. But the moment people started even posting stuff like, "Hey guys, look what I'm eating for dinner tonight," at that point we kind of gave up everything. Like we surrendered everything. Like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. The government would never use shit against you. Nah, it's not their style, right? Every time, do not try and keep up with me with smoking cigarettes. Your lungs will fall out of you. It's even worse when I'm talking shit and playing video games. Actually, it might even be worse when I'm painting. I'm not sure which. Like I'm trying to spark them up at this point and just like take two drags and put them back out. I really should just pack up one of my pipes and smoke that instead. Probably be better because I'm not actually inhaling. My lungs will be shot tomorrow. I end up doing a stream where I'm just completely silent on it, like not talking at all. Like, why isn't Gam talking? My lungs are shot. Just all jacked up. Fins of Destiny. Reduced swim stamina cost and increased swim speed. That's, damn, swim stamina usage minus 80%? That's, stupid crazy. I wonder how much you have to hit to recharge it. Let me see. Go out here and hit something. Actually, let me just see what happens when I get in the water if I just start. Now I'm burning it off like normal, so I have to charge this up like I do the other ones. I got myself some swim fins. Guess I should make the, since I gotta eventually build a... God damn it, Smurf. You dickhead. He's supposed to be doing all the fucking building. Instead he's playing a gay-ass, Grounded 2 or whatever. Bone Tower Shield. I still gotta make one of them. Stag Breaker. I still gotta make one of those. Basalt. Laws of the Bear. Ironwood. Bile Bombs. Shit, where's the... Is it in the forge? Where's the Serpent Shield? Silver... There it is. Serpent Scale Shield. 4 iron, 10 fine wood. I have to get the fine wood. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta get fine wood. Damn it. Damn it, Beavis. Where the hell did the deer meat come from? I don't remember killing a deer. Shit. Well, going up in this top chest. I gotta cook off all this stupid serpent meat. Alright, there we go. Use up that resin. Make serpent stew. It's really bad. Oh my god, dude. If you're drinking a beer, are you like, and you must be an ex-smoker then. Israel's spy systems prevent shooting. You're talking about Palantir, the AI shit? I don't know that that one's from Israel, but... Who, Charlie Kirk? Yeah, he was definitely a major Trump supporter. You want to know what they have on Trump? They have his daughter, Jared Kushner, is married to Ivanka. Jared Kushner's father, Trump pardoned him in his first term. If you look up Jared Kushner's dad, he was in prison for defrauding people for millions of dollars. And Trump pardoned him in the first term, like when he left office or when he was leaving office. I mean, look, Trump's always said he supported Israel. He said that the entire time on the campaign trail. depending on the game. But what platform? I'm playing on Xbox Series X. Anytime you see me playing games, I'm probably going to be on Series X. I'm not. I usually don't put them on the PC, and I would probably stream Nintendo Switch. I have one of those. My only issue is Nintendo is notorious for giving out copyright strikes. So I tend to stay away from Nintendo shit, playing Nintendo online. But yeah, my Xbox. So we're gonna find out. I said this the other day, and Mister said, "Yeah, I would think that Israel would have had to give Trump a heads up on it." I'm still not so sure. I think when they bombed Qatar or Qatar or however you want to say it, I think it's just Qatar. When they bombed them the other day, I don't think they told Trump ahead of time. Qatar is pretty fucking pissed about it, and it definitely damaged. Like if Trump knew about it, it would have damaged relations with them. So I don't think he was informed on it. I could be wrong, and he might come out and say, "Oh yeah, I know about it" or whatever. I don't think that's going to end up being the case. Like I really don't. That shit was not good at all. Like especially finding out that Israel bombed Qatar and did not take out, like they thought they hit all five of, I guess they called them commanders, but what's real fucked about it is they were the ones that were negotiating a peace treaty. So if you want peace, why are you killing the guys that are presenting the treaty? Like, do you think they're going to want peace after you murder them? Because, or attempt to murder them? Because I don't think I would. I'd be like, oh no, fuck this all the way. Like, oh no. I, so that's just it. With the Iran thing, I think Trump kind of did that because he's always said they can't have a nuclear weapon, and he thought he was doing the right thing. Now, if they really do have 60% enrichment in Iran, this is going to be a massive problem because that you think like, oh well, we've got it 60% enriched, and yeah, you went ahead and blew up everything to help process it. Do you think just because you blew that shit up, that 60% enriched uranium isn't still floating out there? Because they apparently got it all out of there before that shit got hit. So at that point, what are we looking at? Well, it doesn't take much to get it up another 30%. Iran sends it over to China real quick. They send it right back. You're at 90%. You basically stop nothing. You just stop them from doing any kind of shit. But you're basically screwed. I don't, man. This shit just pisses me off. At this point, it's just ridiculousness. Put back on the brimstone one. I still need to find a bear trophy. Need to go out and go fetch some mushrooms in the mornings. soon as the lights come back on, time to rest. Um. Okay. Yeah, Iran has a right to defend itself, but you're not wrong. I just think they all need to come to a place where everybody says enough of this shit. Nobody attack anybody. That's a utopia. That shit ain't never gonna happen. The problem is they've been fighting for so goddamn long on both sides of it that they the only way you're going to get to a peace is if both sides just annihilate each other, unfortunately. Till both sides are completely just destroyed. That's when it'll come to peace. Because they apparently cannot sit down and reason it out. Not say, hey, look, let's just shake hands and be done with this. It's gone on for too long. The shit's too deep, and it's just going to get deeper, uglier, and a lot more people are going to die because of it, and it's a shame. Like, I didn't even understand what everything was over, and then fortunately I think it was Devin explain it to me. And she's like, they're both. I was like, I don't understand. What are they actually fight? Like, what is the entire fight over as far as their religions go? And Devin explained it to me. They're both offshoots from Abraham. One says this is, this is the right way. This, and the other one says this is the right way. They both follow different sons off Abraham. I'm like, so wait a minute. You're talking about some Game of Thrones, the prince that was promised bullshit. That's what everybody is fighting over. And they're like, well, yeah, kind of. Now that you put it that way, it's ridiculous. Yeah, yeah, you're right. It's all about, and you're right about the Greater Israel thing too. I didn't quite understand that one. I'm like, what the fuck is Greater Israel? And that comes down to religious text and everything else. The thing is, though, with a different prime minister in there, that might get backed off of. They may pull those settlements back. They may like cut it back. I'm not saying they will, and maybe they won't. Maybe the next guy will be worse than Netanyahu, right? With that kind of shit. But there is always that chance that you get somebody in there who's reasonable. It goes back to that never all. So it's not all of them. You might finally get somebody reasonable in there that's just like, look, we're just going to keep what we have, establish it, and call it a day. And granted, maybe you'll get somebody who is like, no, we're going to take all of Syria now. We're going to, or at least cut the chunk off of Syria. What is it? They got to cut a chunk off of Syria, Lebanon. I can't remember what the other thing was for the map for Greater Israel. But they're going to, like cutting all these different little sections. Oh no, I watched it. I watched that. I watched that interview. Like I said, I I look at it as they they should have their place. I also think Gaza should just be called Palestine and call that game over and just make Israel foot. Well, the problem is if we make Israel foot the bill, that means America's pretty much footing the bill for rebuilding it. But I think they should just give Gaza to the Palestinians and call it Palestine. and just be done with it. Like, learn to coexist. And again, this is just me being an idiot about it because I know as much as I would love to see all that happen and all the bloodshed to stop and all that, it's not going to. It's just going to continue. And there's really not a goddamn thing any of us can do about it because I'm not willing to send my son, or any of my daughters to go and die for that shit. I'm not. I'm way too long in the tooth and old to go do it, and I'm not willing to send somebody else's son or daughter to go and deal with that bullshit. I really just want it to end, and I don't know that it ever will. Can't just erase thousands of years of hatred. It's an indelible mark on that land. It's the same way. How do you? It's like saying, how do you end racism in America? Because there's racist on all sides of the equation. How do you end it? You can't. You can't fucking take hate out of certain people's heart. Yeah, you're gonna kill everybody who's racist. Is that the solution? Because then what happens with the next generation? Quit speaking on it. I mean, I just I'm more in the camp of mm, I'm more in the camp of just let's throw positive messages out. I mean, it sounds goofy, right? It sounds cheesy as fuck, but you're not going to change somebody's mind. You're not going to change somebody's heart. But if you see it as fucked up, you don't have to provide violence to it or anything like that. You can just I don't know. I can just live my life different and be moral, I guess. It ain't gonna save anybody. It ain't gonna change shit, but at least it's out there. I can stand on it, you know? I can stand behind my own morality. Not, I don't know if it's deep. It just is what it is. Like I said, probably cheesy. I don't know. Or cringeworthy, as someone would say. I just, like I said, standing, I can tell you it's like, well, it's not me. Which is no actual fucking answer, but um, yeah, I mean settlers, but if you keep going back and back and back and back and back and like keep going deeper and deeper down the fucking rabbit hole, settlers are one thing, but there's other stuff too. Like you can go back to with Christianity, like the Crusades, where they went into Jerusalem, all that kind of stuff back in the day. You can go back, God, you can go back probably before written history and shit was breaking. It was kicking off. There is the land is tainted with hatred. It's too many people have their ancestral blood spilled in that land, and it's just tainted. It's probably why 99% of it's sand, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not I'm not seriously religious, I've always just felt everybody meets their God in their way and can believe whatever the fuck they want, and nobody should impose it on anybody else. Like what their religion is, they can share their religion and help others understand it, and as long as it's standing for a good thing, it's not bad at that point, right? But yeah, yeah, this shit's gone way beyond that. I didn't even see that, Maddie. I mean, was it a cartel boat full of drugs being smuggled into the country? It wasn't just like a civilian transport, right? Like, it wasn't just like, hey, look, people out on a joyride out at the bay. Like cartels are some fucking evil shit. Like, they, they very little sympathy, very little from me for cartels because I know what they do to people. And it's not fucking. If I told you, you'd have nightmares and probably throw up in a bucket. They do some fucking wicked ass shit. So yeah, the cartels will never get any real sympathy because they do awful things. Um, yeah, you're right, and but that's just it. Ideology, you're never going to end it. You're never going to make it go away. Se, like you can't change somebody's ideology. Like somebody's a true believer in whatever they believe in. You could even show them facts, proof, and everything else. They're just going to look at you like okay, well, that's great and all that, but it's always going to be a but in there. You can't change their ideology. You can try and show them a better way. Doesn't mean they're going to take that better way. Doesn't mean that they're pliable or something and they're going to adapt or change to a new way of thinking. Like aren't some people will though. Some people will change their ideology. Some people will adapt and everything, and those are the people you can hope to reach. And good night, Six. Always great to see you, brother. Um, to Grenada. I'll have to look that up, Medi. But yeah, I mean, if Trump said it's well, there is a good chance it's drugs. And the part that scares me with cartel, they will they will pull shit like take 12 kids, put them on a boat. Like when I say kids, I mean like anywhere from the ages of 5 to like 16, 17 years old. They'll take those kids, put them on the boat on purpose, and then load it up with drugs, hoping that they blow the boat up because then it's like, oh, they killed little Chico, they killed, Tito, they killed this one, they killed that one. Look at this, America's evil. We need to fight against them. And yeah, they pull shit like that. Like they don't care who they sacrifice. They really do not give a shit what happens. Human beings are basically cattle that provides them money. That's that's what humans are. They have no problem with whatever we do to their people. Well, I can't say to their people, to people they have a thumb on, so to speak. Like people are a commodity the same way you'd sell somebody a candy bar, they'll sell some poor 6-year old girl, like because she's a virgin, for example, if you catch my drift. Like the cartels are heartless. They will do stuff like cut a man's heart out of his chest in front of his wife and children just so that the wife and kid will go and tell others what happens when you cross the cartel. They don't give not a fuck. And they are savage. And I'm not going to say all of them because it's never all, as we've already established a million and one times, but it's a good chunk of them. They have to be like that. Yeah, the cartel, the thing is, so when Kennedy was president, the mob supposedly had ties to JFK, like the Kennedy family, right? Supposedly because some stuff could be proven, other things couldn't be proven. When it comes to the cartel and some of the governments in South America, they are 100% proven to be tied together. And that's not a good thing. It's actually a terrible, awful, fucked up thing. So you're going to see a lot of civilian casualties, I'd say, if we're really going in against Venezuela and places like that. You're going to hear some really horrific stories. And some of it will also be false flags. Guaranteed. I guarantee you there's going to be shit that happens where we're going to be like, how could our military do this? And it's not going to be our military. It's going to be the cartel making it look like our military. Because that's one of those things where a lot of our weapons get sent down south. So like AR-15, like, oh, well, we found all these AR-15s all over the place, you know. There's M16s laying over here, and it's like, yeah, we sold them to those guys on black market trade a while ago, and they just used them on their own people, and they're blaming on it. There's going to be that is going to be one of the most confusing misinformation, disinformation things that we're ever going to see. Is if shit gets really crazy and wild down in South America, fighting cartels. And yeah, that's the only thing you can do. You can pray for the innocent, but you can't help them. Yep. There you go, Ian. So yeah, think Scarface, but a lot worse. Um, I would look at it more like, I don't know if you guys ever saw the show The Shield. Have you guys ever watched The Shield at all? Yep. You know, in The Shield, they crossed the Armenians. They hit the Armenian money train, and how like the Armenians were taking people and they would tie them to a post and then put tires around their waist and then one around their head, pour gasoline on it and light it. Yeah, the cartel. That's actual shit. The cartel does. Like they do that kind of shit all the time, out batting a goddamn eyelash. So it's definitely one of those things. The cartel, the savagery some of our troops and shit are going to see, terrible. Human trafficking, drugs, slavery. There's going to be a lot of little slavery rings that are going to get broken up, like all kinds of. Cartel does all of it. I would not want to fuck with the cartel. That is one group of people that you don't want to put. Look at just Trendea Aragua. Look at the shit they did, right? We're like, oh my God, that's so savage. Those are the guys that are trying to cut their teeth to get in, not the ones that are on top that have earned their way, murdered their way to the top, and have been sitting there for a long ass time. The shit they've done just without even batting a fucking eyelash. Brutality. With a machete, yeah, machetes. Um, no, not Agents of Shield, just the Shield with Vic Mackey and the Strike Team. It's an old show. It was on FX, I want to say. Had Michael Chiklis in it. Not the other one, not the commish. It's like a strike team in LA. The freelance strike team. Well, no, it was just called the strike team. My pool team was called the freelance strike team. But yeah, eh. Yeah, you don't think they can fit much drugs in the boat? How much fentanyl do you think it takes? How much? How big do you think a kilo of coke is? But how much do you? How much fentanyl? How big do you think a bag of fentanyl that you get like 10,000 doses of it? Well, 10,000 reasonable doses where you're not going to kill anybody. It's not that it. It's small. It's small as hell. Most people think when they think about drugs, they think about um, like a lot of people for whatever reason equate it into marijuana sizes. So thinking about like weed, like a pound of weed, hell, even a quarter pound of weed is pretty big. A kilo of coke, much smaller, much more compact because it's powder, so they kind of brick it tighter. It's not all fluffy like plant, like weed is. When it comes to fentanyl, it's I want to say it's more like LSD where it's measured in doses, if I'm not mistaken. But is this the fucking plains? How the fuck am I in the plains right now? Holy shit, does this island go out to the plains? Wow, this island has multiple biomes to it. I didn't even know. Mountains, black forest, meadows, the plains. Um, what am I missing? Oh, and the swamp too. So it's got 5 of the 7 biomes to it. That's fucking crazy. Matter of fact, I need a Fulling Berserker's fucking brain. Oh, this ain't good. These guys are gonna be pissed at me. Hopefully I can bone mass my way out of this. Oh shit, that's right. Bone mass doesn't work the same. My electricity does though. Fucking throwing down. Oh shit. Oh, that's awesome. That's not awesome. That Fulling is that Fulling Berserker is a 1 star. He's just gonna knock my head in. I gotta get clear and drink. Drink that. Damn it, I'm gonna run out of stamina here in a second. Oh, oh shit. Damn. Finally, like in a decent fight. At least I got to see what the fuck the trinket does when it kicks in. That was pretty badass. Hit him again. There he goes. I gotta get in, kill this shaman before he wrecks me. I'm not gonna be able to. Fucking bubble's gonna get me. This is gonna suck. Oh yeah, I'm getting fucking smoked. Goomba, yeah. Yeah, rip Charlie Kirk, man. Um, whatever side of the political aisle you sit on, a husband, father, son lost his life in public with a bunch of onlookers. Even if you fucking couldn't stand the guy, at least see him as a good adversary. But yeah, just nobody should lose their life over having an opinion. So, rip to him. Shout out to you. Cool, Maddie. Always good to see you. Have a great night. Yeah, my normal schedule now is Wednesdays, Thursdays. Yeah, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Shit. I can't believe I'm streaming 4 days now. God damn it. Damn, dude. Yeah. Yeah, so the whole thing is, and I can't remember if it was like a Rogan episode. I can't remember where I saw it. I'll state that one right now. I can't remember where I had seen it. But apparently the reason why they started lacing everything like with fentanyl is because of the soil that they were using to grow the heroin in has been so depleted of nutrients that, and I do want to say this was on Rogan for some reason, but it got so depleted of the nutrients that the heroin lost its potency. So they had to make up for it somehow, and they started using fentanyl in small doses to make up for this discrepancy. And again, can't say I know this for sure and it's fact and all that stuff, but this is what I had heard. And I want to say it was like on Rogan, somebody was talking about it. And that that's part of the problem. Yeah, I've definitely I've I've lost friends to ODs over a lot of time. I've lost friends due to just senseless fucking bullshit arguments over girls. Like, um, hell, I know one guy who was shooting basketball, and he was out there shooting some hoops, and somebody was aiming at somebody else on that court and caught him instead and took him out. That one was tragic. Kids playing a pickup game and gets His mom's got to bury him. Well, where was I when I died? Shit, slacking. Actually, that's not that far away. What the fuck? I can't believe this fucking little island has 5 of the 7 biomes. It's an interesting seed. I should probably post it. Yeah, shit's evil, man. That's the thing. My kids sobered me. My children are the reason I went sober because they were more important than anything else. Been drinking